Hey guys, this is the podcast. So, first thing I want to talk about is what happens when porn stars get recognized?
Like in public?
Yeah, no, like, so let's say you're getting coffee or some shit.
Uh-huh.
Like, what do you think goes through, like, so can you walk up and be like, yo, are you blank? Or is that too weird? Like, if you saw, like, Riley Reid at, like, Starbucks,
Well,
what are you gonna do?
I feel like she's such like a iconic.
Okay,
So I feel like
alright, let's say, like, a lower one that, isn't known, really.
and it's your favorite.
No, not even your favorite. You just like, oh, I've seen a video with you, kind of thing. Like, what do you go about doing there?
I don't know. I feel like if it's not like an iconic one, you're not gonna be like, oh, because like, what if it isn't her?
Oh no, you know for a fact that. Let's just say you go in and you know it's her. Like you 100% know. Like it's like the Lana Rhoades ass tattoo, but you know it's her kind of thing. Like she has the mole in the same place on the neck or some weird shit like that.
Well, then obviously, I mean, if you want, and
you're
you're ballsy enough to go out and just be like, yo. I mean, it depends. Like, she with somebody? She by herself? Are you with somebody?
But do you think like she gets like? Do you think she finds it weird? Like, do you think that she's out in public and someone like sees her that she's like, oh, okay, he's kind of like
no, not at all.
Like, you know what I mean?
No, because like that's their fan base. Just like Tom Cruise is like walking around, somebody sees him and he's like, oh my god, let me get a picture. He's like, oh cool, all right, I mean, I'm sure it gets annoying.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's different. Tom Cruise is in movies.
She isn't a movie.
Yeah,
that is a movie.
But it's porn. It's different.
I know, but like
you don't be like you don't go like to your wife and be like, oh, I saw this new movie, and then you tell them about a porn thing you watch. Like you don't usually do that.
Yeah, but like the girl knows what she's getting into. She knows tons of people watch her videos. Like she knows she's gonna get recognized someday.
Well, obviously, but like Mia Khalifa, like would you go up and be like, hi?
Yes, I would. If I saw her in public, I'd be like, yo, can I get a picture or something?
Do you think she's just gonna look at you like, what the fuck? Or do you think she's gonna be like...
I don't know. I feel like I mean, if you did it nicely and just were like, oh my god, I'm like, I'm a huge fan, can I get a picture? Maybe she'll be like, oh yeah, no problem. Or like, and if she's like rude about it, just be like, alright, sorry.
But I just find it weird. Like if you get a picture with her, you're gonna post it on Insta? Or like, I would do it on Snapchat. Easily Snapchat.
Just put it on your story. Look who I met.
Yeah, but I feel like everything like it's like the same thing with like people posting pictures like right now with Corona.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see the pictures of like the groups of parties and you're just like,
well,
why?
I mean, you see like the TikToks where it's like, oh, I was working in my store today and blah 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 was in there and it's like, no really, and it shows the picture.
Oh yeah, the one where it's like really off-putting.
Yeah,
which is just always so weird. Like it's always the weirdest people that you will not believe like who it is. But
I saw one the other day. It was Rob Schneider, some guy he was working in the gas station. I was like just minding my day at work, and then all of a sudden, boom,
Rob
walks
Schneider.
in, and he has a picture. He's like,
where is Rob Schneider? Like, what are the chances that you just see Rob? Like, you think celebrities are gonna be recognized every day?
It's so weird because like in the thing I saw, he looked. Not, like in movies, he looks like, presentable. But in here, he was just going out to get something from the gas station.
With Adam Sandler. Like,
yeah.
Well, he always looks like that. So I mean,
he always has those weird ass clothes on, like those. Yeah.
Yeah, he just doesn't. Yeah. He never dresses to impress.
But he does not give a shit.
No, at no point does he care. Like that's how you be. That's the best way to be famous. You just don't care.
Yeah.
Like everyone else, like they go out and they have to dress really nice. Adam Sandler's like, I'm rich.
Like today, I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast with Post Malone.
Oh no, he doesn't care either.
No, and like
he cares, but
and like the stuff Post Malone wears on concert is just like whatever he wants. And then like today in the podcast, he's just wearing regular clothes, and he's like, well, that's like this, like he doesn't get dressed up. You know what I mean?
Have you ever seen his pink suit?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
That
he wore that to like the
one of the I don't know,
the awards thing.
Yeah, he when he like wears nice stuff, it looks so incredible. Yeah, it's just funny. Like, have you seen his tattoos he's gotten?
No, nothing.
He has a sword now, and now he has like a bunch of like he's. I
saw the one where he's got on his
yeah.
It's like a head of like a
it's something weird. He wants his body to be an artwork. I mean, it already is with Post Malone, but
like his face is like.
I like his tattoos on his face.
No, it's very cool. Like, oh my god, that's Post Malone.
Yeah, because it has like the barbed wire, which is weird. Then he has the sword, which is kind of cool. No, I'm thinking of the wrong rapper. He has a picture.
I was about to say, I don't think he has a sword.
No, he has a sword.
Does he?
But I was thinking of another rapper. I can't remember his name. He has a picture of Ben Franklin on his cheek.
What?
Oh, it's what's Blueface?
Blueface?
Blueface has a picture of Ben Franklin, like a tattoo. Yeah, he has a sword, right?
Where?
I never. Oh, that's an older picture. You don't. It's after he got the Yeah, it's on that one.
Oh yeah, he does have a sword. Yeah. He's got the ace of club, ace of spades.
Yeah, it looks so sick.
Always tired.
Always tired under his eyes. I think he looks weird, but at the same time,
that's a bear on his fist.
Yes, look, like his arms are tatted the fuck up. Like I like the sleeve idea and all that, but at the same time, like I don't know. I feel like if I get something like on a sleeve, then in a few years, it'll kind of just wear out.
Yeah, I
mean, I'll be like, I get old of it.
Yeah, I want right here on my forearm, just like "We the People,"
yeah,
and like the cursive.
Yeah.
I feel like
the only problem with that is like people look at you different if you have a tattoo, which I think is so weird.
Yeah, but like I feel like mine would be like so patriotic because like it's the
but
Constitution,
it's still you still have a tattoo.
Yeah,
it's literally you could literally have a thing like all the football players that have tattoos of like God and like the crosses, and they all get looked at weird because it's a tattoo. Know. It's just the idea of the tattoo that puts people off. Yeah. It's not that what it is.
Imagine if we get our first president where he's got a visible tattoo.
I don't think that will ever happen.
You don't think so?
No, because it's the same. Like I'm trying to explain, like it's not what it is. It's the ideal. They always like, oh, but I don't understand why it's still a thing.
That's like, but I feel like
so many people like.
I just picture Ronald Reagan.
Right? Yeah, he should.
Great president.
He would have.
Let's just say he had a tattoo that was visible. Would that have changed the way?
Probably.
I really don't. Okay, maybe back then, but like
even now, I think it would still sway people.
But why should the tattoo sway you if like you agree with his policies and like him as a person?
Just because it's like people like that are going to go for a job interview that have like outstanding credentials, they'll still get looked at weird just for having a tattoo.
I guess. I don't
know. I love the idea. Like I always love like the art and all that. I'm just scared of that, and I'm gonna get something, and then like 3 years be like, that's kind of stupid. And you really can't fix something or make it different. You can just add to it and just make it different. But you really can't.
I mean,
change like, tattoos. That's
and like thinking about like that, like people, like since Corona now, the masks and stuff. So like all these people will have like different logos and stuff on their mask, and it's like now it's like a fashion thing.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like people have like imagine trying to go on a date with masks.
It wouldn't work.
Like because dating with like you know how like so like let's say you meet up with a girl like on Facebook Messenger or something. You like hit up a girl. Like I'm not saying for our generation, but like an older couple, right? Like in their 30s or something. Like they meet up and they're going to a bar or like they're wearing masks the entire time and they're like trying to be safe. You know, like. How awkward is that? Because, like, after the first date, you're, like, you try and go in for a kiss. Like, how the hell do you do that?
Do you want to hear something more awkward?
What?
What if you, like, are at a bar, and you meet a chick, and you're like, oh, she has pretty eyes. And then, like, you get to know her more, then she takes off her mask, boom. Not that great.
Her teeth are all, like, jagged.
It's fucked up. Like, everything under there is fucked up. Like, what is... Like, that is so, like, just... I don't think that's smart. Like, if you go on a date, you should zoom and then go on the date.
It's so awkward because, like, I keep going back to, like, the first kiss. Like, imagine she's trying to make a move and, like, she has her mask on.
You'd have to crest the hair and then pull off the mask.
Oh, very, very smooth move.
Very smooth move.
Go for the hair and just pull off the mask. And then,
but what if she's wearing the ones that pull up that you have to pull that, like, around the ears?
But what if she's, like, not comfortable and you try and go for the mask and then she, like, freaks out that you're taking off the mask?
You already have your mask off. You're not undoing her mask and being like,
yeah.
You better have your mask already off. But I like... Oh, it's the same thing. Like, I don't know. I just feel like bars are going to be different from now on. For a while.
Yeah.
Like, you won't be able to...
I feel like if it's like one of those bars where you could take off the mask to drink and eat, it won't be as bad.
It's going to get shut down, though.
I mean, as long as you have food, right? You're allowed to take it off.
Now, in Florida, it's different now.
Really?
I don't think you're allowed to have drinks in general at bars. I think bars are shut down.
Even if you order food?
Yeah. Because in New York, I think it's the same thing up there. They had a thing, and they would do the, I can't remember the name of the chips. What's their...
Como chips.
Yeah, you're telling me about it.
I was telling you about that, yeah.
Yeah.
So the bars were finding loopholes, and they were like, oh, you know, since the governor is, Como, he's like, oh, we're just going to name these things Como chips. So they would serve just these little chip bags around the thing so that, like, technically... You're having a food with the drink.
That's why they changed it.
Yeah, that's why they changed it.
It's such a quick...
It's such a loophole.
You can literally just put food out at the bar.
Yeah.
And, like, if someone comes up to you and be like, yeah, that's my food.
Even if it's, like, peanuts. It's so cheap for the bar, and then the people just keep buying drinks.
Well, I know the place right around here was doing the chip thing.
Yeah.
But it was, I think it was, like, 90 cents or something like that. But then again, like, it wasn't just chips. It was like nachos. So it was actually kind of a meal.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like Doritos.
But again, like if you're just putting out chips and like nuts and stuff, some person comes up, dips their hand in it, and then they leave, and then somebody comes and
I've been getting more scared of Corona recently. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. It's just something about it. It's like I've heard like Freddie Freeman on MLB and like a few other players talking about when they had it, and it does not sound fun.
What'd they say?
Like Freddie Freeman was sick for 4 days with 104 fever for 4 days, or 3 or 4 days. I can't remember which one. And he was like praying for his life sometimes because like he was scared because it was just like over sickness.
Yeah.
He was like sweating and he said he couldn't move and it was just bad. So I just don't want to deal with that because it just does not sound enjoyable at all.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're sick, it's not fun. You're just stuck, and then like especially if you get the corona, you can't hang out with anybody.
Well, I hate. Have you ever been sick and you forget? Like it's not that you forget you're sick, but you kind of forget for a second and you put something spicy on your food and then you eat it and you're like, "This was a terrible decision."
No,
you've never had like, you know, the spicy Cheez-Its? Cheez-Its.
If I'm that sick, I literally eat chicken noodle soup or plain chicken.
But no, you know, like the common cold, like you just have like a runny nose.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I did. I wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, I'm gonna eat Cheez-Its, and it was the spicy ones. Ate like 3 of them before I realized what they are. Dead. It was so bad.
Your nose just started.
It was that. My throat started burning. I started like coughing. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I mean, this was a while ago, but it was still one of those things where it just fucking sucked.
I mean, yeah. I mean, any if you're sick at all, it's just terrible.
Yeah. Imagine trying to eat hot wings while sick. Just imagine it. Like, your nose runs already while you're eating wings.
And then plus you already have the cold and like, and then you got the night sweats where you're trying to sleep and like you're just sweating.
But it's worse than like, you know, when hurricanes hit and you lose power.
Yeah.
It's I would say that's worse, but at the same time, it's so comparable to like when you lose power and you're trying to go to sleep, and you're like it's your last night of like kind of nice air still in the house.
Yeah.
And you go to sleep and you wake up and it's done.
You always have that time where you like try and go into the fridge to look for something, and your mom yells, "Close that fucking fridge!" The
moment you open it, they're like, "Close it," and you're like, "Oh shit."
Well, I guess I can't find what I want to eat.
Don't you hate when you do something when the power's out, and you immediately regret it?
Like what?
Like you go to like plug in your phone, and you're just like, you sit there and just look at your phone like this was a terrible idea. Oh god. It's like that stuff. Like,
and then Nick, you can't play any games.
Oh no, it's still worse. I loved when I was
just so bored.
Like last hurricane, I literally walked in my room and flipped on the light switch. And I just sat there and I'm like, oh. It's just, yeah, but last time, Irma was 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I know, what was it, a week and a half?
I was out of power for like a week.
Yeah, I still had long.
No, Dorian.
No, Dorian didn't put.
Dorian.
I'm talking about the one that, no, you didn't.
Dorian, I was out for a week.
Are you serious?
Because it hit the main pole here with the transformer right by the house.
Yeah, but
so everybody else had power, but these 4 or 5 houses.
I think I only lost power for a day.
Yeah, this whole block right here was out of power, and everybody else had power.
Yeah, Dorian was like a handkerchief to the face.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but just
Irma
like
was,
one tree hit the transformer.
Irma was 2 weeks, and it was just...
Yeah, Irma was bad.
Yeah,
the tree fell in your house,
and we were jumping out. Yeah, so basically the tree fell in his house. We climbed up of it, and we would jump off and do like gainers and stuff.
So like pretty much like I have a flat roof, and then like behind the house is the pool. So like the tree was here, and it fell perfectly like this. But not hard, like just barely hit the roof. So we were climbing up, getting onto the thing, and then like doing backflips and stuff into the pool. It was so much fun.
Yeah. Do you know what really sucks during the hurricanes?
What?
Not having any type of porn.
What do you mean?
Okay. So you're going to tell me you try to go on there and you have no internet because all the internet shit's down?
Just use the LTE. Okay,
but the LTE's slow as shit because everyone's using LTE.
I don't think I've ever had a problem with trying to get Wi-Fi. I mean, internet.
I've had.
It's like the Wi-Fi has gone down.
But you know, like when you're in the hurricane, it's like 3 days in, and you're like, all right, well, I mean, it's not going away soon, so you just, all right, let me go, and then you do it, and then you're immediately right when you finish, you're like, wow, it's hot in here.
It's working up. It feels like a sauna in this video.
You know how many I went on, and then I went to a different website, and trying to navigate on a different website, other than like the yellow YouTube, is impossible.
Wait, YouTube?
Yellow YouTube.
Yellow YouTube. Oh, yes.
Orange YouTube.
Yes.
I can't remember the other names I've heard on memes, but like you know like XNX that one.
Yeah, XXX or
no
whatever.
XNXX
I don't know.
Okay.
But like you'll be on the main one that everybody uses. And then okay, like let's say you're on.
You'll sidestep a little because you see another video and
let's
you're
say,
like, oh.
Let's say you have your favorite porn star, right?
Yeah.
And you're on Orange YouTube, right?
There you go.
And you're like looking for videos, like, I don't really like any of these selections. So you're like, let me go try a different website. And then you go onto the website and you type in her name and it's all different. You're like, okay.
Well, and then you gotta circumnavigate the entire website to figure out how to turn it to HD quality. And then you gotta figure out how to play the video.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you gotta figure out how to make it full screen. Because sometimes it just doesn't want to go full screen.
Always make sure you're disconnected from Bluetooth before you play it.
Do you know how many times I've like went on there and I looked at it and went, I just sat there and would look at my phone like, am I still connected? So
you just,
when I was a kid,
just do a quick.
I would turn off Bluetooth.
Oh, 100.
I have the Apple Watch, so it stays on.
Yeah.
I would just turn it off because I'm like, I'd rather not risk it.
Oh yeah.
Because I can only imagine.
Imagine your parents are outside watching a movie on the TV and then it just starts blaring through the speakers.
Just Lana Rhodes. What are you doing, step? I'd be like, fuck, and you wouldn't notice it. That's the thing.
Yeah, you'd be like, why is the volume not?
And then all of a sudden you're doing a suicide jerk because like your parents are coming in and the door is getting knocked on and you're just like, give me. They're just screaming. Why are you still watching it?
Did you just say suicide jerk?
You know what that is, right?
Yeah. I've never heard somebody say that before.
But you know what it is, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
When you keep the door unlocked, start jerking off, and then you yell for your parents, and you have to finish before they come in the bathroom. Whoever made that up, fucked up. They
they were in some bad times.
It's not even bad times. It's just they're fucked up. Because like, why would you even think about doing that? Like, it's not even a thrill. It is scary.
Yeah, no, I
because imagine if you
I would not want that.
Just right at it, and your parents walk in, and then and it's right on their face and shit. Like
whoa.
I'm saying the door's right in front of you, kind of thing.
Why?
I don't know.
Why are you doing that?
I'm just saying, worst case scenario.
Worst case, okay. You have to be pretty desperate to be doing a suicide jerk.
Well, yeah, I mean, it might get people off. You never know. I just think it's really, really fucked up to have that.
Yeah.
The same thing as like the Dutch oven. Fucked up. But, like most of the ones that you find
that was a brother against brother or a cousin thing.
Oh, 100%. No, it was two people that were just laying in bed one night. Men, not like has to be two males.
No homo.
No way.
Oh, no homo, of course.
No homo. They were wearing socks.
Yeah. Okay.
They were sleeping in bed, about to fall asleep, and one of them had the shit, and he was like, you know what, farts, and just holds the other person down. There's, I mean, it could. And
then you'd be in a complete, utter fight all night
immediately. I mean, it could be a father and a dad and a mom. Like it could be like a father and I mean a husband and wife.
Like a funny couple.
Yeah. But yeah, but I mean, I think the wife would immediately just dick punch the guy.
Oh, 100%. You look at her, just be like, you ain't getting puss for a week.
It is a lose-lose situation to do the Dutch oven.
Is it though?
How are you gonna win? You Dutch oven someone.
You find it hysterical and it works, and then
they get really pissed off.
So it's a win-lose.
So it cancels out. So it's nothing. It's bad time. Hey, I'm pretty sure.
But if you're playing poker and you break even, are you sad?
I'm pretty sad that I barely made it back to make.
But why are you sad? You didn't lose anything. You just had a good time.
But you're gonna tell me that doing like the joy of just doing that to your wife compared to the pain that's gonna come from her screaming at you for the next 3 days.
No, you're right.
That's even.
I mean, it depends on what
complete loss.
It depends on the person.
Who are you gonna do it to?
No, because I'm saying somebody that does it to somebody might find it hysterical and worth the yelling.
All right, so you're gonna tell me if I Dutch oven you, you're gonna be like,
no, I'm saying a couple. Like the husband might think, okay, that's totally worth it.
Yeah, but that is really desperate. You can do so many more funny things, like just scare someone when they come around the corner, and that's not that bad. Very short amount of fun, but very little pain after. Because you might get scared a little bit later.
Yeah, no.
But you're not gonna, have to deal with that for 3 months and then have to go sleep on the sofa that night. Because that's 95% of what happens.
You ever see those TikToks where it's like, about to go to bed after winning a fight with the girlfriend, and he's outside in like the doghouse.
I've seen it when he was like, about to go sleep, and he's at his friend's house
on the couch.
Yeah, he's like, and then he rolls over, and it's his like buddy. He's like, so how's the fight? And then but the TikTok challenges, what's the one? The love story one,
the Taylor Swift one.
That one goes so hard for some reason.
That one's been going off lately.
Because it's not even funny. It's just the beat is good,
and then like
the dances are so funny.
And like some people will nail it, and it's just like impressive.
I want to see like a group of just frat boys doing it.
Oh, I saw one.
Oh, you did?
They had like a big house, and like everybody was just like standing there, and then one guy, and then right when the beat dropped, they all just started doing the air hump.
You have to show me.
I don't know if I can
show
find
me
it,
after.
But yeah, I'll
but
show you
I
after.
definitely want to see that because like it just pumps me up. I've seen one. I'm assuming it's the dad and then his two sons.
Yeah.
When he like
the old guy.
Yeah, tosses like the baseball and then he home runs and then they both do it and it's perfect. And it's just like you didn't expect it to be perfect and it was. It's like the blinding lights dance. You didn't expect that to be funny.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did too. I just popped up. You didn't expect that to be funny, but it was so like you would hear the song and you would immediately start doing the dance. It's like Love Story now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I start like in the car, I'll air hump both ways. And I'm just like, this is fucked up. I'll give it a little, Hingle McCringleberry from Key and Peele.
Yeah.
Little tiny little pelvic bump.
Pelvic bump.
So do you see the thing about Joe Kelly with the Dodgers?
No, I did not.
So basically, last night or a few nights, it was last night. So you know how the Astros cheated in the World Series? They did. So basically,
I don't follow baseball.
Okay. So basically, anytime they throw changeup, which is the slow version of a fastball.
Okay.
It's just an off-speed pitch. Basically, anytime they would have someone up behind in the batter's eye, behind like way behind the pitcher, they would steal a sign from the catcher because they knew what the changeup was. So anytime they would do that, they would bang on not a drum, but a upside down bucket in the dugout. So they basically got caught doing it, and usually they would just hit a home run off.
Is that cheating though?
100%. You can reading signs is pretty cheating, but a lot of teams will do it. Like if there's someone at second base and they can like just step out and just watch the catcher, and they can relay it. But I mean it's part of the game, but it's not. But doing the drum and like going the extra step, that's the cheating part.
But is that in the rule book, or is it just like a like forbidden thing? Like
it's like one of those things like it's like in football, like like they have the play calls, like all that stuff. You could easily figure out what it is, but it's just in the rules, really, and not even the rules. It's just unspoken thing not to try and do that. You want to win through. So football. Like
in the World Series, if they figured out what the catcher's things were and they were using it to tell their batters, is that actually cheating? Like they can get why
they got in trouble for it.
But why is that cheating? If like you're smart enough to figure it out, it's part of the game. Like you're paying attention. You see, okay, he's doing this. All right, it's gonna be a fastball. It's gonna be a fastball or something like that. That's cheating.
Kinda, because they got it down to a science.
No, what I'm saying
because they did it for
is it in the
3
rules?
years,
Is it
and
in
they made
rules?
it to the World Series 2 out of 3 years.
So it's in the rules saying you cannot.
I'm pretty sure it's in the rules. It's like it's one of those unwritten rules where you just kind of follow. Like you're not allowed to punch someone in the face that's probably not written in the MLB rule book. You're not allowed to just take your dick out. That's not written in the rule book.
No, I'm saying,
but you're not allowed to do it.
No, but like to me, like if they're out there and figuring out the signals and stuff, that's not their fault. It's like they're playing the game. No, they're watching.
It's just the way they did it. It was the drumming. It was like they had someone. It wasn't like usually how players do it is there's someone at second base or first or third, and they kind of see the sign that the catcher gives. They were doing it through the where the camera films from behind. They were doing it from up there, and then with a radio telling the clubhouse to hit the thing. So that's cheating because they went the extra 3 extra steps to do it.
Yeah.
So basically, like I was saying, Joe Kelly is a reliever for the Dodgers who they got whooped. The Astros whooped them before the World Series. The ALCS, which is a conference thing. They played each other. They got whooped. So he's as a relief pitcher, he's had some bad blood because he got raped in that game. So he was throwing pitches like bullshit, like just getting close trying to scare him.
Yeah.
So then he strikes out a player, and the player starts badmouth, he's just kind of pissed off, and Joe Kelly's like, "Oh, you swing like a pussy," and then as he's walking off, he's sticking out his tongue and being like. Immediately they go to commercial after it. They come back. They're all everything's cleared, and that's what needs to be brought back to baseball, in my opinion. Just the talking and the old school getting in each other's face and shit. It's just.
They're not gonna let that happen now because of Corona, but
Oh no! I like when someone hits a home run and they talk shit.
I saw
they talk.
I saw such a funny video the other day. It was the ump, and he was like. You're out of here or whatever. And
is it when and then they put the mask on?
So the coach came out of the dugout. The umpire came up and they're walking at each other yelling, but they're also at the same time putting masks on.
And they're furious at each other.
And then they were standing 6 feet apart yelling, and the coach was like, this far, and the umpire was just, and then the thing at the bottom was like, "Is this what baseball came to?"
It's so like if you think about how many things are gonna be so weird now.
It was so funny. They're like at a distance yelling at each other.
How the fuck is like? Well, I understand boxing. They're doing like the Fight Island.
Well, no, but that also both people have to be tested.
Yeah.
Everybody that goes in the ring is tested, and like they have a quarantine before they go in. So like if the fighter's like fighting, they'll stay. They won't go. They'll only stay with like their training crew for like that 3 days, and then they'll fight. So like they know like if you're punching and like blood's going everywhere, you're not gonna get it.
But I mean like other sports that require like close competition.
I feel like
football. Like what the fuck?
But I'm saying I feel like fighting like boxing and UFC is so much easier to regulate than football. Because in football you have so many people. In UFC you only have like the crew. Yeah. The Joe Rogan and like the talk people and then like the cleanup crew. Yeah. Like, it's not that many people.
No, it's like probably about 30 people max, maybe 40.
Yeah, last time I watched the fight there was probably 50 people, including all the workers.
Yeah, that's everyone in the studio basically. It's like 50.
Yeah.
I don't like football, it's a 53-man roster and that's just players.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like
that's not water boys.
Yeah, if you thought like we're talking about it today at football, they're like I don't know how it's gonna happen when you got like 12 like probably 10 water boys per team. Yeah. And then you got like every position has two coaches. And then you got like trainers. Yeah. Refs, which is like 7 or 8 people.
Yeah. And you have no idea.
And then you got the camera crew. Yeah. Like it's just gonna.
And you have no idea where anybody's been.
No, and the rules that they're trying to make for football are insane. Like they're not allowed to go to sporting events. Doesn't make sense. Whatever. Just go along with it. I don't know how football players are not allowed to go to sporting events when they play football. Yeah. Obviously it means other sporting events, but how are you going to go to other sporting events when they're the same thing? It makes no sense on the. You know, they're not allowed to go to church that doesn't follow the rule of 25% capacity limit. Yeah. They have to not go to church basically. Huh. Because like you know.
I mean it's.
I mean I get the reason, but I just think. Like, sports, I want to watch sports, but it's not helping. Yeah. Like, I think the bubble works, like, with hockey.
I don't feel like it really helps that
NBA. Yeah, but if they don't break the bubble, they're fine. Yeah, the moment someone goes out, gets sick, comes back, the entire bubble's fine.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you have a bubble, right? You think that's going to work? You have 50 people on each team, you said?
Well, that's for the NFL won't do bubble, but, like, the NBA's doing the bubble.
But I'm saying,
they've been fine for like 4 weeks. Like NBA? Yeah. Probably 20.
Okay, so you got 20 and 20.
I'd say 15.
So let's say 20 and 20. That's 30. 40. That's only players.
No, but there's only like 4 coaches.
No, I know, but what I'm trying to get at is if everybody follows the bubble and then like you have like 3 people go out that night and like hang out and then they get it, the entire bubble's fucked, even though everybody else was following the rules. Yeah. Like, it's so hard to actually keep the bubble.
But the bubble's the NBA's been doing really well with it. So I will commend them.
Yeah, but aren't they not going to play or something like that?
No, they're
because of the Black Lives Matter thing?
I don't. Yeah, it's toss-up. It's like, same thing with football. I'm pretty sure if they can play, they will. It's like, if they can, they will kind of thing. But until it happens, no one's going to know. Because it's kind of like the NCAA. No one knows it's going to happen. It's just going along right now. So, you want to end it?
Alright, guys. So, I think that's going to be it for this video. Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. We'll see you next episode. Peace.